How much is a mini Lindy in the US versus France? Thank you, Bella, for the comment, and thank you for the question. Let's get into it. Okay. A few things to note. The mini Lindy comes in 3 or 4 different leathers outside of exotic. There's Swift, there's Clemence, and there's Barenia Faubourg, okay? And then it also comes in exotics, okay? So the price is going to vary a little bit per leather, but for just ease, we're going to do a Clemence versus a Clemence, okay? Because that's the most common one, I think. Swift and Clemence are the most common, okay? This one's a little special. This one's a little rarer. Also to note, the US had 2 price increases this year, so we're going to compare the current US price versus France price right now, okay? So first, as always, thank you to PursePop for the information. I'm going to go off PursePop's numbers plus the numbers that I know from the mini Lindies that I've bought, okay? So mini Lindy right now in France is 5,800 euros. I paid 6 for this Barenia one, so it was a little bit more. And the Swift one, I believe, was 56 or 54, so it was a little less. And you can also see the Grizzly one, which is a rarer one for 74. Just a little heads up. I love doing this kind of content for you guys. I'm just going to start putting this kind of content, specifically Hermes tips and tricks and how to play the Hermes game and Goyard pricing and things like that. All those kind of things that are not just readily available in my subscriptions. So if you have not subscribed to me, please subscribe now on my subscriptions channel on TikTok, okay? In the US, a mini Lindy Clemence was $79.50 on May 4th, but after the May 5th price increase, it is now $83.50, so it went up 5%. Now, I paid for my Clemence last year $72 or $73. It was $8,000 after tax, and the Swift one I paid a year ago or 2 years ago was like $65-ish, okay? So that's gonna give you a relative. I would assume that the Swift one is now probably 75 or even 8, and the Clemence is 83, and the Barenia is probably going to be around 9, okay? So comparing Clemence to Clemence, we have 83.50 plus tax. So let's add 800 on top of that just to do it flat 800. That would be 91.50 versus 5,800 euros, which if we convert it to dollars today, May 28th, 29th, since the dollar is a lot weaker, it's 1 to 1.14. So it's a little bit more. It's at 6,500. It would have been 1.1, which it's usually been around for a while. It would have been 63-ish. So 65 versus, what did we say? 91, okay? I'm not taking the VAT out because if you take the VAT out, then there's customs and things like that, and it could just get a little wonky. Take the VAT out, it'll be 5,220 euros, which is around $5,900, okay? So that's 6,000. But then there's customs, so if we want to take it with no VAT, let's do it with no VAT just in case. So 6,500 versus 9,100. That is a $2,600 savings, which is basically the cost of the trip. If you book in advance, fly economy, and stay at a budget hotel. It's cheaper than the trip. It'll be cheaper than the trip. And you're getting a trip to Paris, and you're getting a bag. Now, obviously, you have to, get the bag at the store, but people have had really good luck about getting mini Lindies in Paris. I've had very hard luck. It's been like a very hard bag for me to get. So I think it just depends. Anyway, I hope that helps. Also, just a reminder going forward, this kind of content, especially answering questions, Hermes specific, and Hermes tips and tricks, I'm going to now put in my subscriptions only. So if you have not subscribed to me, subscribe now.